Well, tonight, the NBC2 investigators are pushing to get answers from our U.S. congressmen.
We want to know how much time they spend here in Florida in the district they represent after we vote them in and send them to Washington. NBC2 investigator Andy Parati is asking, but no one seems to want to answer.
We asked Congressman Connie Mack, Vern Buchanan, and Tom Rooney how often they spend time in their home districts of Southwest Florida, requesting their schedules and flight itineraries, calling and emailing since July. Congressman Mack first agreed to our request in August, saying he spends most of his time here when he's not in D.C.
Can you help us out?
Yeah, we'll give you something.
We didn't get anything, so we asked him again in September.
The problem we have is that you're coming at it from the perspective of the presumption that we're not here.
Well, then prove it. Just show us the information of how often you are here, your flight schedules maybe.
Where are we right now?
You're in Marco Island.
What else do I need to prove?
We're still waiting for that information. Also ignored by Congressman Rooney and Buchanan.
We decide to come where they work, here in Washington, D.C.
After we showed up with the camera,
Is the camera?
Yeah.
Do you mind turning it off?
only then were we handed a list of 102 public events Rooney attended since taking office in 2008, but lacking when or where the events took place.
Do you see why we're a little frustrated that we had to come all the way to D.C. to get a reply from an email, a phone call?
Well, again, I replied to your email and your phone call in July, and you didn't like the information that we had for you.
You didn't have any information.
We tracked down Rooney at a campaign rally.
Do you come home every weekend?
Yes, I do.
That's what we're looking for.
And we're still waiting for that information. Buchanan's office also only replied when we showed up in D.C., giving us a list of 37 events attended since 2009, without the number of days he spent in Florida. We caught up with him a short time later.
Could you ask your office to give us copies of your flight itineraries, say for the past 2 years?
Yeah, well, I'll ask them to get it to you.
We're still waiting for that information, too. Political science professor Susan McManus questions the transparency of the congressman's actions.
Any elected official should be very happy to say where they've been in the district and how often. When they're not willing to say that is when you're suspicious about whether they are there enough.
Listings of public events and even better flight information would show time in Florida. But despite taxpayers paying for those flights, those itineraries are not public unless released by the congressman. Our congressmen say even past flight schedules could be a security threat.